we are going to break down a choreography that we have used for 2 songs. One of the songs involves a sword that is Knight Argent's Widowmaker. If you have a sword and you want to include it, cool. If you just want to do this to the pop music that is Simarik, Tarkan's Simarik, it is no props. All focus is on like movements and making them nice and sharp and poppy. And it helps you kind of learn what the rhythms are because it's still a very 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of rhythm. So we're going to break it down, and I'm going to start over and start over and start over so that you guys can see, and there will be no music involved, but I'm just letting you know what music it is for so that way you can go back and see what it's all about. Try it yourself with the music. The very opening, we're going to start with our hand kind of on our hip, only we're going to take kind of the pointer finger, index finger, and put it in an invisible pocket. Then we're going to bend the knees nice and soft, keep the feet about fist width apart, I like to say, because you should be able to fit your fist between your heels. Chest is going to be nice and lifted, tail is tucked in, shoulders are nice and open, head is flat. This hand is just going to kind of hang out, kind of sassy-like. And we are going to take our first step with our right foot. So we're going to come right foot forward, bring the left foot together. Then we're going to take a left foot forward, right foot together, and then stomp together, stomp together, stomp together. I'm trying not to walk forward too much, but depending on the size of the stage, it's going to be a full walk forward. So it's an 8 count. 1, together, 2, together, 3, together, 4, together. So your steps are on the odd numbers, your togethers are on the even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, we're going to do kind of a cross step. So we're going to cross right over left, and then point that left toe out. We're going to bring it back left over right and point the right toe out. Cross, out, cross, out. And you'll see it's kind of bringing me slightly forward. So if you don't have a lot of space, you can always go right in front and out, left to the back and out. That allows you to stay in the same spot. The hands at the same time are going to be kind of accentuating the movement. If you have the sword, it's a big movement. You can watch the videos on it, but we're not going to do the sword version. We're just going to do the hands version. So you're going to take the hands and you're going to keep them kind of at neutral position. You're going to cross and you're going to kind of just point and do like, oh, it's cute. Kind of, oh, it's cute. You don't have to touch the face, but oh, it's cute. And then you're pointing, kind of showing off your ring, shall we say, over that way as the toe is pointing. You're going to bring it back in and do the same thing on the other side. So you're really pointing like an arrow. The whole body is this arrow. It's all about the geometry of that shape. Cross, out, cross, out. So let's take it from the top again so we can count it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On that 8, you're going to drag the heel, or drag the toe, rather, in, lifting the hip up as you bring it in so that you're ready to drop it down. So it's going to bring it out. We're going to bring the hands down to the hips to emphasize the movement. We're dragging that in. I'm staying very high on my foot for this one because I'm wearing closed-toed shoes, which we wear on stage. If you were just doing this barefoot, you'd want to stay on the ball of your foot. Otherwise, you can basically do this with your foot in the air because it's all about the hip. It has nothing to do with the foot. So we're going to lift the hip up, driving it up into the ribs so that we can drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On that 8, you're going to switch your footing so that now you're up, the knee is bent, and you're up on that one. If you were to do this movement with your foot in the air, it's just the same thing. My foot is not touching the ground. The movement's all coming from the hip. So let's take that from the top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop. So you're going to make sure that your tail is tucked in, your chest is lifted, your knees are nice and soft, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drop into a quincinera step. So all your weight should be on your left side, because as you brought that foot down with that last hip drop, now all your weight is over here. You're ready to lift that right foot. Right foot comes forward, and the hip is going to drive out towards the audience. You're really going to drive that hip out. When you come back, all your weight is going to be on your left foot, and you're going to drive that hip back. These are very flat movements, back and forth. So drive it forward, bring it back. Step back with that right foot, drive the hip back again. So now there's like no weight on this foot. I can lift my left foot, no problem. Sliding it all the way back. Slide it forward, step forward, slide it. Back, back, forward, forward. Back, back, forward, forward. There are a couple different things you can do with the arms with the quincinera. Obviously, if you're holding a sword in your hand, there's not a whole lot you can do. You're going to hold the sword flat in front of you so that way you're just kind of pushing and pulling with it, emphasizing just by pulling it into the hip as the hip drives forward and pulling it back with you as you're going back and forth. If your arms are free, if your hands are free, you can leave your hands down and you're going to swing opposite with the hands. And I am very much exaggerating this movement. It doesn't have to be this strong. But I just want you to see that you're kind of, one hand is going behind and the other in front. I mean, you can do it this way. That'd be cool. All right. So from the top again, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and hip 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drop and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On 8, you're going to be on that left foot. So a little bit of information on counting quincinera. A lot of people don't count that. They count the 1, and then they count this as 2. You want to count 1, 2, putting the weight, 3, 4, putting the weight again, 5, 6, 7, 8. That way you're not missing any steps. So we were on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our weight is all on our left foot, which leaves our right foot to kind of swing free. And that's good because we're going to use it to turn around. So I will not be facing the camera for this one little brief second, but I just want you to see what happens. We're going to take right foot and we're going to swing it over as far as we can, and then turn so that now you are facing away from the audience. So I want to try that one more time. You're going to drop from that last one, cross, and turn. Anytime you do a turn in any kind of dance, you really want to bring your arms in, especially if you have troupe around you, and then your movement kind of comes out once you are done moving. At least that is what I was taught. Because then you don't want to clock somebody in the head as you're spinning. I certainly don't. And if I have a sword in my hand, I really don't. So we're going to turn. We're going to close off as we cross the legs and unwind and drop down as we turn. The next section is done facing away from the audience, and you're looking over your shoulder. But I'm just going to do it kind of at a 3/4 so that you can see what what I'm doing, and hear me. We're going to lift the shoulder up, roll it back, lift it up, and roll it forward. So you're doing this kind of crescent shape, this N shape with the shoulder. So we're going to roll it 1, 2, 3, 4, and on 5, we're really just going to drop it and sweep the hand back to kind of say, oh, hello, I didn't know you were back there. I'm going to drop my hand for you. And then you're going to turn and pivot to the other shoulder. What are the feet doing during this? So I'm going to show you. When you're on this shoulder, this foot is raised, again, as if you were going to do hip movements, but the hip are staying still. So lower body is still, upper body is doing all the work. Specifically shoulder. No other body part moving, just the shoulder. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to turn. So now we're facing the audience. So if I do the whole thing as a set, here we go. Let's do it from the top. We're going to take it from the top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, turn, 2, 3, 4. Cool? Easy, right? Now that we're facing the front again, which, yes, we really are, we're facing frontwards again, you're going to do a hip slide. It's very basic movement. Keep the knees nice and soft, keep the tail tucked in, keep that chest nice and lifted. We're going to make the left hip kind of disappear by sliding our right hip out as far as we can. This movement is very horizontal. It is not twisting. It is not lifting. So you want to make sure you keep it nice and flat. If you go to a certain point and your hip drops or your hip lifts, you are going too far for your body right now. It's okay to keep it small. You can get bigger over time, I promise. So here we go. We're going to slide 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll notice my hands are kind of gliding as we go, and I'm leading with the back of the hand or the wrist, sweeping it back and forth. So here we go, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to stop here, turn the wrists or the back of the hands to the audience, and then we're going to drop the hips or lift them. It's up to you, whichever is easier for you. You can lift or you can drop. In this movement, it really is so similar. It's okay, it doesn't matter. But the movement's coming from right in here. So lift or drop. Okay? The hands are going to come down smooth as the hips are kind of sharp. So don't do this, basically, and walk down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like to do a little like flick water off my fingers. The next move after that is a chest lift. So I'm going to take a couple steps forward so you can see a little better the chest lift. The movement is going to push right here out, but it's coming from right across here, and you're pushing so that your chest is popping out. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can add a little flavor to this by tilting the shoulders a little bit. So you can start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As long as you end up with 8 in the middle, it's all good. All right, so let's try that whole thing over again, and then I got one more part to show you before we do the repetition of the chorus. So here we go. Let's take it from the top. Let's do this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn, 2, 3, 4, and slide, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and chest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and into the hips. We're going to lift the hips, driving that right hip up, tucking the front. So you're going to really tuck that pelvis in and really make that belly button disappear. So we're going to pull everything in, way in, try to get that belly button touch your spine. And then lift up on the left as you release that, and then come back to neutral. So let's try that again. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, relax. 1, 2, 3, relax. And then for good measure, we're going to do a nice smooth one. Let's try that one more time. Nice smooth one. It is the same muscles doing the same movement, only we've slowed it down and smoothed it out. So instead of stopping, we're just doing it nice and smooth. This movement is very much to the front. It's called ummies, and they're to the front of the body. If you are doing this and you've got your butt going out, that is not the way to do this. You want it to pull in. Try a few of those. They feel good. They really do. All right. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 for that one. And then we move into our chorus. So here we go. We're going to do the chorus, and then we'll take it from the top again. The chorus is going to take our right foot over the left, put left side by side, take our right foot step back, and you'll see that I'm kind of at an angle now. I hope you can see my feet okay through this. And then I'm going to step back one more time, creating kind of an A-frame with my legs, and I'm really pointing that toe. All of my weight is on my front foot, which means my front knee is going to be very bent and supporting everything. And then we're going to squeeze that glute. 1, 2, 3, 4. On that fourth one, we're going to pull the foot in so that we can cross over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, same thing, stepping back. This time it's the right foot stepping back, and then the left foot stepping and pointing back. This time we're going to do just 2 squeezes, squeeze, squeeze, and that movement's all coming from the glute. It is not coming from the knees. You're not doing this. You're squeezing, squeeze, squeeze. Then you're going to drag that toe again so that you're up here and everything is nice and tight and elevated. And you're going to bring that hand out just below the shoulder. Because we want to see the shoulder because it's going to be something cute. We're going to bump, bump, just like that. All right. That's repetitious, but I want you to see what it looks like in repetition with the whole thing. So we're taking it from the top. Here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, and slide, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and chest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push, 2, 3, 4. You've made it all the way through the first chorus. Congratulations. Here we go. So we are going to then do a very traditional belly dance step, which is the basic Egyptian step. But we're going to start it a little weird because we're up here on our right foot, and we've got to get down from here. So we're just going to take the arms and leave them flat. Chest and the upper body are going to stay still while we twist the hip. So we're going to twist and step back. So now we're pretty much in a standard position. When we lift this one, twist, step back. Twist, step back, twist, step back. We're going to cross the arms again. We're going to do a full turn, bringing us so that we can drop in over here on our left foot. We're going to move over and towards our left this time. We're going to kind of like tabletop with our hands. We're going to push off. So we've done this in a couple other of the choreographies. We lovingly call it the tush push. So we're going to push and push and push. And you can see that like I'm coming up a little bit on my foot, push, and as I come back, I can lift this foot and take a tiny little step forward. So let's repeat that, and I'll show you the hand movements too. If you do this with sword, the hands are going to stay here, and you're pushing the hip into the sword with every twist. So twist, 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 twist. Elevate the sword, turn all the way around. Push, 2, 3, 4, holding the sword at a kind of a right angle. Without the sword, your hands are going to do kind of a little bit of like directing traffic. So I'm going to bring this arm out, and I'm just going to pull the elbow just a little bit back, just a little bit. So as I do that, I'm going to twist the hip forward. So I'm kind of cranking it around. Twist, switch, twist, switch, twist, switch, twist. So I like to call it tickling your ears because that's kind of where you want it. You don't want your hands behind your head, and you don't want them way out here in space. You just want your fingertips to kind of tickle your ears. That way, when you go like this, you can do a nice clean switch. So in that, you can move either backward or forward, and you can do either right or left. But on the next set, we're going to do the opposite, just so you're aware. So let's take that from the top and see where we get from there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and cross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, switch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, drop and slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and roll. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and roll. 2, 3, 4, and turn. 2, 3, 4, and slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hip. 2, 3, 4, ummy. 2, 3, 4, roll. 2, 3, 4, cross. 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4, and twist, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn, and push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn. And now we start over from the beginning. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and cross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and slide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and turn. We're going to roll that shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. On that 4, we're going to go ahead and just cross over and turn around. Only one shoulder move this time around. Then we're going to go right into that hip slide again. So here we go. Slide, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But wait, no hips. We're going to go right into the chorus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and push. 2, 3, 4. What do you think comes next? Absolutely right. Twist, 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 turn. This time we're going to go this way. Here we go. Push, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn. And now we're going to go right back into that chorus all the way to the end. It repeats a lot, so I'm just going to show it one more time for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, and cross. 2, 3, 4, and squeeze. 2, bump, bump. And you're going to do that till the end of the song. In Simarik, it's really, really repetitive, and it kind of gets boring, but it's a beginner dance, so that's the way that goes. You can always use it as a nice exit. In the sword piece, we do stop because that song is a little bit shorter, and we stop nice and sharp with our swords out and tilted. So I hope that that breakdown was helpful, and I hope you guys kind of get a handle on some of the other moves. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments or let me know in the Discord channel, and we will hopefully have more people figuring this out and mastering this dance. I would like to say that the original choreography, which I have manipulated and changed and done crazy things over the years, was originally done by my Bellydance mama, Madrea, and she is so amazing and so wonderful and taught me so many things, especially how to be a really awesome teacher and be helpful and really give my information to everyone, and she doesn't seem to mind when I do crazy stuff like this. So, all right, much love. I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Bye.